You know what I just saw?
Probably the same thing I just saw.
X-Men First Class.
It was awesome.
Have you seen it?
If you haven't,
Stop it.
press pause.
Press pause now.
Can't express that enough.
Because we will ruin your movie experience.
Yes.
So you want to go watch this flick and then watch us.
Yeah.
Or else...
It's the best course of action. Or else what?
Yeah. Or I was going to come to your house and punch you in the face.
Yeah.
Or you might hate yourself so much you'll punch yourself in the face. Hey, you saw it twice.
I did see it twice. You saw it twice.
I saw it twice.
Yeah.
All right.
It's a good flick.
Yeah. Let's we'll go ahead and So yeah, I'm the nerd,
And I'm the geek.
and this is
Episode 9.
of the Nerd and the Geek.
Yes.
Yes. We're going to be talking about our actual review of what we explained last week, which is X-Men First Class.
Yeah.
So we both seen it twice.
Yeah.
First time together at midnight.
Yeah.
Loved it.
Yeah.
And then we both went separate times of the day.
Yeah.
And then, if I'm not mistaken, we both have future plans
To see it
to
again.
see it again. Are you still excited to see it another time?
I am. Yeah. It's that good.
Yeah, it is a doozy.
It's just a fun flick.
I think, as we both guessed. Oh no, you didn't guess this way. But as I guessed, it's better than Thor.
No, I thought that Thor would be better than this.
But what do you think?
I think it's better than Thor.
Better than Thor.
Better than
I think
Thor.
it's one of the best superhero movies we've got in quite many years.
It's true.
I just think it's an outstanding flick. It's, as we kind of talked about last time, it's a time period piece.
Yeah.
62,
Which-
I believe. 62, that's when the Bait Pix was. So yeah, it had to be 62.
Which totally is a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I think. Like, you really... just a lot more fun. But
And it's really embraced when you hear Xavier say groovy.
yeah.
You know you're there.
Watching Xavier try to pick up chicks.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
Something actually, I researched the movie a little more when you were gone.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of almost word for word what he's saying at the beginning of X1 when he's talking about the evolution of humans.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so it actually, the movie's...
Just kind of pulling each other in.
Yeah.
That's sweet.
Yeah.
It's very cool. And it's pretty cool because it's James McAvoy?
James McAvoy, yeah.
McAvoy, yeah. You see Patrick Stewart.
Yes.
Yeah, in his performance.
Yes, sir.
It's very awesome.
Does a great job.
It is channeling the previous Charles Xavier.
I think he does a really, really, really good job.
It's cool.
I stress that because there's such another good performance over top of it that sometimes it gets buried down. And I just want to say you did a great job, but someone
Kind of stole the show.
yeah,
I don't remember his name. What's
let's
Michael? No, is it Matt? It's Michael, isn't it?
Yeah.
Michael Fassbender.
Fassbender.
Fassbender. I think that is it. Michael Fassbender, who played
Michael Fassbender.
yeah, and
Played Magneto.
played Magneto or Eric Lancher. Most
Yes.
of it, he finally accepts the role of Magneto at the very end of the movie, and it is dude stole the show.
Dude's a bad man.
Dude is a bad man. I love how the movie's pretty much about him. That's kind of the sad
It's
part.
kind of like a three-stage story about him at the beginning. You get his anguish and his childhood and what
What
incites
shaped
the rage. And then Act 2 is probably his rage and the calming of the rage
Surrender.
by Charles. And then Act 3.
Him becoming Magneto.
We gonna start that brotherhood.
We gonna be Magneto.
Yeah.
And like, beginning of the film is so sweet. Just like, you got peace and serenity with Charles and Mystique and everything, and all of a sudden it's like, boom, I'm ripping out people's fillings, or I'm like shooting people and stabbing people with their own guns. Yeah, exactly. Chucking knives and catching it back and stabbing through other people's hands. Just
All defined.
just Frankenstein's monster.
Shaw.
Looking for my
Creator.
creator. So awesome.
Yeah. So of course we've got those two. We've got the cast that we kind of told you about last week. We got Mystique, who I think did a good job.
She did awesome. You could see how she would turn into that Mystique.
Yeah. And you see, the only character that we get from other movies is she turns into Rebecca Romaine form. in the bed, so you see that.
Yeah.
I really like Banshee.
He was fun. Like he's just a fun character. I was thinking he was gonna be my least favorite part.
Yeah, but he's pretty awesome.
Yeah, just like he played it well.
He's just the awkward
goofy,
kid that wants to be cool.
Yeah, the
but
goofy
he
kid.
Can't get it.
Not happening.
Not happening.
Sorry, sport. Yeah,
Havoc was alright.
Scott Walters.
Scott Walters.
That is you. That is you.
Superhero form.
It is you, Scott Walters.
Beast. I really liked Beast. Some complaints about
how he looked.
Okay, here. I got a little beef I need to settle. Is it okay?
Here it comes.
Is it okay?
Just strap yourselves in.
Stop crying. Stop being little freaking babies about movies, okay? I know you want to go home, you want to grab your comics, you want to lay in bed, you want to go to bed like a big freaking baby. This movie is a movie. It's not a comic book. It's not going to be the same team as your comic books. It's going to be a different story. It's going to be a different universe. Shut up. I don't care if the team's different. I don't care about how people look. I don't care if things don't match up. I don't care if Azrael, whatever his name, I don't care if he's in a different dimension. He's here. He's teleporting around.
Yeah.
Go see the movie. Don't let these freaking nerd whammy-pammy baby babies stop you from seeing this.
It's a good flick.
It's a good flick.
It really is.
Okay.
What
I
about
like Beast.
You like Beast?
He was well casted. He had the awkwardness. A cool little scene is at the beginning when you see Beast and you see Mystique and you know they're going to get it on. They go on a date and he's actually just trying to get her blood, to work on it, and he puts the syringe in, and then she goes in for the kiss, and then Magneto walks up.
Kinky.
Awesome. Pretty awesome.
Yeah.
So yeah, I like the cast.
It was good.
And also,
what about Kay Bacon?
Kay Bacon, awesome.
Good bad guy.
Yeah.
Really. I was surprised. Like I was thinking that it was gonna be really goofy.
Really?
I just didn't think that. Like, dude, I've seen Tremors.
Have you seen Invisible Man?
I have not seen Invisible
Man.
Hollow Man.
Yeah.
I don't think he was in Hollow Man.
Invisible Man. I don't know.
Okay.
Never mind. Let's X that out.
Okay.
The only thing I didn't like is how goofy he looked with the helmet, because the helmet pushed in on his nose.
I think that was kind of part of his transformation. That's just
when
scene.
he puts it on and it like touches his nose and pushes. It doesn't like shove it. It's just like wrestling.
When he is like grabbing onto the things, though,
changing his face.
he's like,
but like no, when he just puts the helmet on, it's like.
Yeah. Didn't like that.
Yeah.
All right.
But whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was a awesome movie.
Here, I'll talk for a second.
Go ahead.
Really, what I like about X-Men is the whole dynamic between Charles and Xavier and their whole look at humanity. And yes, their views change and and their methods are different. But they are willing, they're good enough friends still, and they basically want to ensure the survival of mutants enough that they're willing to come together to fight against a bigger, greater evil. Like things like Apocalypse and stuff like that happens in, those are characters that are big enough that they need to team up. And this was kind of like the groundworking between that relationship.
Yeah.
That even though in the end of it, they are enemies, Magneto cripples Charles.
What? Yeah. That scene was awesome too.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Just I didn't I almost cried, like just because I wasn't expecting it to happen. And we even talked about it last week. We're like, we know he's gonna get crippled, we just don't know how. And it just blindsides you.
And how you get the distinction after she's shooting and Magneto's deflecting bullets.
Yeah.
And then you just get the distinction when he's on the ground. Charles is laying there paralyzed, and Magneto starts choking her.
That's
and he
really
just looks
scary.
up and
he's
says,
just like, it's your problem.
No, she didn't do this. You did this.
Yeah.
And that big distinction.
Yeah. Just
And you could see that it's a friend, and he didn't want this to come to this, but.
And that's why, I don't know, just built that beautiful like ground laying for what X-Men is.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's why I love this movie, is they just did it right in my opinion.
Yeah, and one thing that they did right, but they should have changed, the henchmen were just comic book henchmen. They were people in the back with powers doing the same thing again and again and again and again and again.
Teleporting and making whirlwinds.
Yeah, we had Azazel who just teleports everywhere. It's just kind of like forcing it down your throat. Like, hey, we're setting up Nightcrawler. Look at this guy.
He did have a sword that was kind of cool, which is more like tip of the hat.
Yeah, and he actually put on the naval hat and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And then you had Riptide, who is just a member of the Marauders. His role in this is probably as big as it was in any comic book. He's just a guy in the back making stupid tornadoes. But it was pretty sweet when you see, I think he's leaving, no, he's going, someone's going in or out of the submarine after it crashes and he just gets smashed under it.
Oh, Magneto crushes it.
Yeah,
it was, it's just like, he's like trying to get up, Magneto just crushes, oh man, that's awesome. Yeah, because doesn't it have it pin him up against it first? Doesn't he go, just shoot him up against it, and then he's getting up, and then Magneto crushes him under it. Yeah. I like watching henchmen get beat up. Yeah, because Beast takes out Azrael with the help of Mystique pretty easily too. That's sweet.
Oh, that's the one cool thing Mystique did do is when she gets like shot.
Yeah, I was interested to see how her part would play out.
Then the last person we had Emma.
They kind of degraded her from what she is, but you know, whatever. She still did a good job.
She was a horrible actress, and she was just there to be half naked half the time.
It's true. It is true.
She didn't really bring anything to there except boobies.
Mm-hmm. It's true. It's true.
And then I don't know if
fooling around with.
You noticed that they looked alike when they were sitting down at the CIA, and there's the person that Mystique copies.
Yeah.
That's Stryker Senior.
I don't even know who Stryker.
IMDb. It's Stryker's dad.
Oh, okay, cool. Well, Stryker was sitting there, wasn't he? Or was that not the same Stryker?
That's his dad.
Because he says, "What about your son, William?" Because he was like, I thought you were thinking.
IMDb says Stryker Senior, so I don't know.
Okay, all right. I was just gonna say because they were like, "Weren't you thinking about your son, William?" I know Xavier says that, and I was like, "Oh, that's obviously just Stryker. Maybe."
There was one moment in this movie that everyone went crazy for. What happens is we have Cerebro and they're chasing down mutants, and what happens is you just see the camera focus on a cigar. You see the camera pan up. Eric and Charles are walking in. Hugh Jackman.
Yeah, I didn't like it.
Walks in.
Yeah.
They introduce themselves and he says, "Go F yourselves."
And that's why I didn't like it.
He just stares forward. Only curse in the movie.
Yeah, pretty much. There's a couple other like minor curses, but
the only curse in the movie.
I just really don't like the fact that
I loved
he dropped the F-bomb, which I know that's Wolverine.
It's Wolverine.
Mm-hmm. But we're just never gonna get an X-Men movie without Hugh Jackman.
I hope not.
I just know it.